Have you ever wondered why the things that used to scare us as children don't frighten us anymore? Or why, as adults, we are afraid of things we never thought of as kids? Fear, in its primal essence, is a survival mechanism. It's the body's response to a perceived threat or danger, acting as a kind of alarm system that kicks in whenever we're in jeopardy. But fear is also a complex emotion, often based on our understanding of the world around us, and this understanding evolves as we age. As children, our fears are often simple and tangible: the monster under the bed, the dark, or the strange noise in the middle of the night. But as we grow older, our fears become more complex, more abstract. They're no longer just about physical threats but also about emotional and psychological ones. We start to fear failure, rejection, loneliness, or the uncertainty of the future. Let's dive into this fascinating journey of how our fears evolve as we age. If you liked what you've seen so far, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of our future videos. Remember when the monster under your bed or the darkness of your room used to terrify you as a child? Childhood fears are often centered around these mystical, unknown entities. The darkness of a room becomes an all-consuming void, and the creaking of a house settling transforms into the footsteps of a lurking monster. Why? Because the world for a child is a vast, uncharted territory. Their limited understanding of the world around them leaves a lot of room for their imagination to run wild. A shadow in the corner isn't just a play of light and dark, but a potential threat. The rustling of leaves isn't just a breeze but a creature in hiding. This is the magic and the misery of a child's mind, where simple, everyday phenomena can take on a terrifying persona. But as we grow, our understanding of the world expands, and those childhood fears start to fade away. Fast forward a few years and suddenly it's not the imaginary monsters that scare us anymore. As we grow older, our fears evolve, mirroring the complexities and responsibilities of adult life. When we were children, we were afraid of tangible things, like the monster under the bed or the dark corner in the basement. But as adults, our fears become less about the physical world and more about the abstract. Consider the fear of failure, for instance. It's not a monster you can fight off with a flashlight, but it's a fear that can be just as paralyzing. Imagine someone contemplating a career change. They're not afraid of a new job per se, but the uncertainty that comes with it. The fear of the unknown, of stepping out of their comfort zone, can hold them back from pursuing a potentially fulfilling opportunity. Or take the fear of rejection. It's not a creepy crawly you can squash under your shoe, but it can sting just as much. Someone might be afraid to express their feelings to a loved one, not because they fear the person, but because they fear the possibility of rejection, of not being reciprocated. Our fears as adults are often rooted in our own minds, in our perceptions and interpretations of the world around us. They're intertwined with our insecurities, our experiences, and our understanding of ourselves. Our fears become more abstract and complex, just like our lives. While our fears may change as we age, one thing remains constant: our ability to overcome them. It's a journey, a process, often a challenging one, but not impossible. And it starts with understanding that fears, whether they're childhood nightmares or adult anxieties, are a normal part of life. They're our mind's way of protecting us, of keeping us safe from perceived dangers. To overcome our fears, we must first face them. And while this might seem daunting, there are strategies that can help. One such approach is exposure therapy. This involves gradually and repeatedly exposing oneself to the fear-inducing situation until it loses its terror. Imagine a child afraid of the dark. Over time, they might spend longer periods in dimly lit rooms until the dark no longer holds any terror for them. Cognitive behavioral therapy is another effective tool. It's about changing the way we think and behave in response to our fears. It's like rewiring our brains to respond differently to fear-inducing situations, replacing the cycle of fear with a cycle of confidence. Mindfulness techniques can also be beneficial. These involve staying present, focused, and accepting of our emotions without judgment. This can help us manage our fears without letting them overwhelm us. Remember, fear is a natural part of life, but it doesn't have to control us. As we age, our fears may change, but so does our strength to face and overcome them. We hope this video has given you some insight into the evolution of our fears. Our journey from childhood to adulthood is marked by different fears, and we would love to know more about your experiences. Have you noticed your fears changing as you've grown older? Do you have any personal strategies for overcoming fears that you'd like to share? We believe that sharing and discussing can be a powerful tool in overcoming our fears. We invite you to leave your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. We look forward to reading your comments and continuing this conversation about fear. Your input could help someone else who's struggling with their own fears, so don't hesitate to share your story. If you found this content valuable, I encourage you to like, subscribe, and share this video. Before we wrap up, we would like to extend an invitation to further your learning and understanding. We have another video that you might find quite interesting. You will learn about the fascinating science behind why we dream. Click on the video thumbnail that's on the screen right now to watch the video. Thanks for watching, and remember, your learning journey doesn't end here.